what's going on? It's your man Tech King Mike, back again with another video. This is my iPhone 11 Pro Max. Now, I've had this phone for about 4 months now, and although I gave it the title of my phone of the year last year, I think it's time for me to talk about it. I've had the device long enough and got a few thoughts on the iPhone that I want to share with you guys. So let's get into my 4-month review of the iPhone 11 Pro Max. There are a lot of things you can talk about when it comes to the iPhone, right? You can talk about the build quality, we can talk about camera quality, we can talk about the screen, talk about that notch, Face ID. There are quite a few things when it comes to the iPhone, just a bevy of things that somebody could go into and discuss with why they like an iPhone, why they choose an iPhone year in and year out, why they're deep in the ecosystem or whatever. And we're going to talk about a few of those things. But first things first, I gotta say, one of the reasons why the iPhone 11 Pro Max has continued to be a daily driver for me has got to be the battery life. Now, without question, no shadow of a doubt, this phone has gotten some amazing battery life. I mean, compared to the Huawei P30 Pro device that I used a lot in 2019, and even to my Galaxy Note 10 Plus, which I still have, the iPhone 11 Pro Max battery just continues to dominate both of them. This is the only phone that I've ever had in the last several years that I can honestly say I can take it off the charger on a Monday morning and I won't have to charge it up again until possibly Tuesday night for my usage. So I know that's a backtrack of what I used to say about me being a hardcore power user, but hey, you know, times change and we get older and we realize that, hey, maybe that's not the case anymore. And with me, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is definitely the battery king. Now, another thing about the iPhone that I will say that I enjoy so much is iMessage. I know, y'all tired of hearing about iMessage. Y'all don't care about iMessage. A lot of people out there feel like, well, Android has RCS now, and Android has a iMessage clone, and hey, I'm not knocking it, but there's something about iMessage when you're connecting with another iPhone user or with a group chat of iPhone users that it's just light years above any kind of MMS group messaging system, and it's flawless and it works. And that's the thing, kind of the thing about the iPhone. You're gonna hear a lot in this video. It just works, you know. It's not like there's anything you have to question. It just works. On top of that, leads me into another point: 5 years of software updates. So I got this phone in November of 2019, which means that this phone will be good until November of 2024 as far as updates go, which means that if I chose to keep this phone for 5 years, which I may very well do, I may very well not, I mean, you know, we'll see. It depends on which way the wind blows. This phone is going to get updated. So by that point, it would be iPad 8 or iOS 18, since we're on 13 now, 5 years later. In 5 years, iOS 18 will be on this iPhone 11 Pro Max. You can't beat that. Can Samsung, OnePlus, Google, LG, Motorola, can any of them say the same thing? I don't think so, Chief. So that leads me into the next thing about the iPhone that I just, for some reason, cannot seem to get away from, and that's the ecosystem. The thing is, one of the reasons that people buy iPhones and one of the reasons why people enjoy iPhones is because of the Apple ecosystem. If you don't know what that is, that's a combination of the phone, the watch, the computer, and a tablet. Now don't get me wrong, you guys just heard the notification go off. Everything that I get done on this phone will also happen on my iPad, and it'll happen on my MacBook back there. To me, that's one of the best parts about this. Now, it goes beyond iMessage. I get text messages, phone calls, everything pops up on my iMac or my MacBook Pro and on my iPad. It's just, it works so flawlessly together. On top of that, you got the best smartwatch in the game, which is the Apple Watch. And quite frankly, the ecosystem is unmatched. Now, I get it, not everybody lives in the ecosystem, but for me, I think the ecosystem is one of the best selling points. If you're gonna have an Apple device or have an Apple phone, you can't beat it. So, after 4 months, where does that leave me when it comes to my iPhone 11 Pro Max? Now, first and foremost, this is the midnight green variant. I know that on camera it's gonna look like space gray, but it is the midnight green. Now, I got the 256. Normally, I go for the 512. I just didn't see it this year. Just for whatever reason, the 512 was the one that I normally call to, but I just didn't see the need to go that high. I am glad I got the 256 because even though I don't store everything natively like I used to, I am well over 64 gigs right now, so therefore that was a no-go, not happening. But what am I looking forward to in the next iPhone? Now, after having this iPhone for 4 months and probably going to continue to have this iPhone through the rest of this year, what am I looking forward to when it comes to the next iPhone? Well, for one, I really would like to see some changes to the iOS interface, maybe some more split screen multitasking. It doesn't make sense to have a screen this big and not be able to take advantage of something like that. YouTube still play in the background as a pop-up video versus as just an audio. There are a few things here and there, and that's another video for another day that we could talk about. But at the most, I will say, I really and truly enjoy my experience with the iPhone 11 Pro Max. The camera software and the camera setup is amazing. Apple has just really stepped up their game last year with the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the 11 and the 11 Pro. And I'm just really excited to see what they do this year with the iPhone 12 to see if it might be enough to make me upgrade. There are rumors about an iPhone midnight blue color coming out. And I'm gonna tell you, if it's anything like a navy blue, I might have to get it just because navy was one of my wedding colors, and your boy's been a blue fan my whole life. So, hopefully they won't let me do that, because as of right now, this thing is staying in my pocket. It's staying as my daily driver, and man, really don't know what else I can say about this phone. Like I said, battery life, build quality, ecosystem, just overall great phone, overall bang for the buck. It costs a little bit of money and it is a big investment. The average consumer might be okay going with the iPhone 11, but if you do want that extra camera and you do kind of want that insurance of just you get it and not have to worry about it later on down the line, I definitely recommend an iPhone 11 Pro or Pro Max. You will not be disappointed with your purchase, and it's also a device that I definitely think you'll enjoy using for years to come. So, iPhone 11 Pro Max, 4 months later. Tech King Mike, you know where to find me. Subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when I post my next video. Leave a comment down below. Do you have an iPhone 11 Pro Max, or do you have any iPhone period? I know there are quite a few people out there that still use iPhone 6s and 7s and 8s. So drop a comment down below. Let me know what iPhone that you're currently rocking and what reason are you staying with your iPhone, whether it be price, whether it be ecosystem. What are your reasons? I want to engage with you guys. I want to talk to you guys. Let me know what you guys think. I will catch you on the next video. Peace.